Hey everyone, Officer Brick here, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing LEGO City Set 60321. This is the 2022 LEGO Fire Brigade, and it comes with 766 pieces, everything that you see here. This was a pretty anticipated set for 2022. So a lot to look at here, so let's go ahead and jump into this review. I think we'll start off with the let's take a look at the car. All right, here is the fire chief's car, I guess, or the command vehicle. Then again, we don't really get a fire chief with this set, so you can really give this car to, I guess, whoever you deem fit. It's a 6-wide build. Yeah, you know, personally I'm not a fan of the 6-wide build cars. I think that they're just a little bit oversized for one figure, but that's just my opinion. And the car itself, I mean, it's sort of meant to be maybe like an exotic car, I think, with the engine in the back and everything. It doesn't look bad. Not a big fan of the front here with the bumper. I think this could have been done a little bit better. It just seems a little just seems like it's missing something, like it's missing one plate to bring it out, you know. I feel like if I kind of just put on another plate and then put this back out, yeah, that would yeah, that makes it a lot better. So yeah, I think that's what was sort of missing. And then just in the back here, just got a blue fire extinguisher. You open it up, and as I said, you have a single place for a single firefighter or your chief. It's yeah, no, again, it's a sporty looking car. It's not a lot to say about it. I just think it's a little bit of a waste of space for one figure, but you know what, some people do like the 6-wide builds, and that's okay. This is just not my forte. Doesn't look terrible though, I got to admit. It's got some nice shaping to it. Again, it's got the vibrant yellow, and I'm not a big fan of that vibrant yellow. It just doesn't work for me on vehicles. And then after that, we have a motorcycle. We've got this single motorcycle here. This isn't a sticker. This is a print. And then, you know, you just got a little fire extinguisher on there. This is vibrant yellow, and I don't know. It looks okay, but at the same time, it doesn't do a lot for me. I know there are some fire departments I think mostly in Europe, that have motorcycles to respond to fires, but we don't have them very much in Canada or North America for that matter. But I mean, yeah, no, this is just something extra, obviously, to include in the set. It's good for the kids, of course. And yeah, that's about it. Okay, here's our fire engine that comes with the set. This is a decent sized fire engine, I've got to say. They did a nice job with some of the details here. I'm not a big fan of this vibrant yellow color. Yeah, it just doesn't do it for me. Not a fan of the vibrant yellow. You can sort of see this is sort of meant to be, I guess it's a ladder truck. And the ladder, it's one of the newer style ladders. And it just attaches on the back using hinge pieces. Right back here, you've got 4 hinge pieces to hold it on, which I guess sort of works out. And not a big fan of the little water launcher, but again, this is a set that's designed for kids that are 7 and up. So I mean, you gotta have some play features, obviously on it. So yeah, you've got this one launcher that's up on the roof here. Just it's attached to the ladder, and you can just sort of swivel it around, and then just push this button here, and boom, it launches the little water projectile. That's what it's sort of meant to be. And then on the side here, we have a well, we've got a hose, and yeah, you know, this is one where you just put in a 1x1 stud, and then you just sort of shoot it. The hose though is on a it's on a reel, different kind of reel though. We'll just sort of take a look here. This is a reel that has the rope with the studs on it, and it just attaches on. It's not something that I've personally seen before, although maybe they have used this in other sets. Not a huge fan of it, because I don't think that the rope kind of reels back very well with that stud that's in the way. Anyways, yeah, so that reels back, and then the little water hose or nozzle launcher just sort of sits in on the side. Our ladder does extend, and it does rotate, but it doesn't do a full 360 degrees. Yeah, so I mean, that's okay. Then you can see here on the side we have these little containers, but there's nothing in them. You know, got a fire extinguisher on the side, and then yeah, the cab itself doesn't look too bad. I like that they use this piece here in the front. I think that looks nice, and the additional lights that they have up there. And if you take a look at the roof here, it opens up. So I mean, there's a lot of storage space inside, so you can always put whatever else you want in there, and yeah, that would work out just fine. Just sort of put our ladder back in place, and you know, I'm just going to disconnect this trailer. We'll look at that in a moment. The other side, we just have the axe. We have another container here with nothing in it, but you know, you can always put the oxygen tanks, the Scott packs inside, or you can put more fire extinguishers. It's completely up to you. It's yeah, no, it's just something for you to decide. The as I said, the truck itself, I'm not a big fan of the vibrant yellow. As we get to the back of the truck, it just looks a little unfinished to me. I don't know, not a big fan of the back end of it. It's just kind of boring back here. But hey, that's just my opinion. Some people might like that look, but I don't know. They could have, maybe if they had finished it a bit more, it would have been a little bit better. Incorporated the reel inside the truck. Yeah, I think that would have looked a little bit better in my personal opinion. And then inside the truck here, we'll just sort of take a look inside the truck. We'll just move the ladder out the way here. We can fit, you might be able to fit 2 figures in the front here, and then 1 single figure in the back. Yeah. And just sort of get that back on there. There we go. And yeah, that about does it for the truck. I mean, it's a good sized truck. It's a long truck, but it's yeah, it just looks a little unfinished in the back. I think if they had tried to finish it a little bit more, I might have liked this a little bit better. But all in all, it's not terrible, especially for kids. I mean, that's who this is really targeted for. Again, you know, anyone who would want to customize this or make a mock out of it, you have some decent parts here to do that with. We'll just move the truck out the way here, and again, we have this is a little trailer that just sort of sits on the back of this truck, and it's pretty plain. There's not a lot to look at with this little trailer. It's got a couple of these little bins on there, and then it has a launcher. You got a shovel back here. We have another clip for another accessory. I'm not a fan of this trailer. I don't really like it very much. Anyways, but yeah, same thing. You have like you got a water projectile here, and then we just sort of push that in, and here we go. Fires the water out like a little water cannon. But I don't know, from the back, yeah, it's just kind of odd looking. It's an odd looking trailer. I mean, lots of storage space, but just really an odd looking trailer. All right, so here's the main structure. You can sort of see here, you've got this large building here, and it's meant to be a sardine factory. And see, we got a little shipping container on the side, and then on the left of the structure, you've kind of got this top secret sauce storage container, and I'll show you that in a minute. But there's a trick to that. Essentially what happens is this brings a leak, so it's got a little launcher on the side, and it just shoots out these little green pieces. And I mean, it's just a play feature, obviously, you know, but I mean, it's still kind of nice. And you can sort of see here, just on the front left here, we have a fire hydrant, and got a nice looking fence there. And yeah, the building itself kind of cartoonish looking, but I mean, it's very well done. I like the detail work. And then as I said, on the right hand side, you've got this shipping container, and the shipping container has a unique feature, which I'll show you in a moment. And then, of course, yes, it comes with a road plate, as most of the Lego City sets are now. The larger ones are coming with road plates. And then right at the top here, we've got the Sardine Factory sign, and the yeah, well, there's two signs. One that says Sardine Factory, and then one that's sort of the shape of a sardine can. Anyways, we're going to take a closer look at this. There we go. You can just sort of see like the ground floor here. Yeah, again, got our road plate. We've got the fire hydrant, a little fence there. Got a nice little sign here. It's a missing cat. It's a print, not a sticker, so that's pretty good. You can see here we've got a sign, obviously keep out. Another sticker, rebuild. The building itself, like I said, it's very nicely done. It has nice detail work. I like how they use those little Technic balls just to add some detail. You've got the door, which is boarded up. And then, as I said here, we've got this shipping container here on the side, which is quite nicely done. And it has a unique feature to it. What's meant to happen is perhaps there were some flammable materials inside, and there's a lever on the back. You just sort of activate, you just sort of push it, and boom, doors fly open, and you've got a flame that gets well, you get a fire, obviously, that just gets pushed out. If we just sort of turn this around here, I'll just sort of show you inside. Just take a look inside here. So yeah, our flame, we just sort of move that back in, we shut the doors, and then what happens is we just push the Technic bar here, and it just pushes the doors open. Just a very easy sliding feature. And then if we just sort of pan over here, so now we can sort of see the first floor. And there's not a bunch to look at on the first floor. Kind of got this little barrel that's got flames coming out of it. So yeah, that's interesting. So that'll have to be dealt with. And then as you reach the second floor here, you can just sort of see we have other flames which are just sort of on the side here. Okay, so you can sort of see here we got those flames. And then you can sort of see we have that Technic axle that runs straight down. And so what happens is, right up top here, the sardine can, it just sort of swivels. So watch what happens when we swivel it. If we swivel it to the right, well, now we got the flames that are gonna be seen in the window. Swivel it to the left, there you go. It's just a control function to get the flames in the windows. That way, when it's time, your firefighters can come and fight the fire. And I mean, they're just sort of on a Technic pin here on a swivel on a tile, and it just sort of, yeah, it just sort of moves back and forth. It's a clever feature. So now that we have our fire burning, we have to take care of that. So our ladder truck, we can just sort of start to extend the ladder up. And of course, like I said, it has a launcher on it with this water cannon. And I guess that sort of worked. And fire 2, so to speak. Well, it's better. It's better. And then obviously you would just sort of attack the fire window to window. In terms of our fire inside the shipping container, I guess what we could do is we could just sort of back the trailer in here and then just use the launcher that's on the trailer to try and put it out. Oh, that worked well. Now we knocked over the flames, and officially that fire is now out. So now the only fire we got left is the one that's sort of burning in the window. So I guess that's one sort of meant to be fought with the fire cannon that's on the truck. So a firefighter, he's got it in his hand here. So now we're gonna try and put that flame out. Okay, I think we're gonna try another time. All right, here we go. We're gonna get it this time. Ready, aim, and bullseye. All right, that was a tough fire to fight, but we got it out. All right, so here's the front of our building here, and so now we've got the fire burning. We might have somebody trapped up top, and so our firefighters can just sort of come in with this. I guess this is sort of meant to be like a safety net. So it's made out of a rubber material. It's very flexible. So now if somebody jumps, they can just sort of get caught on the net here. So yeah, that's what that's meant to do. And nice touch, and again, it's flexible, so you can sort of probably fold it up a little bit. And in terms of storage, well, you might be able to fit it in the storage area of the truck maybe. All right, so here are the minifigures. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minifigures, and then we have 3 animals. You've got the cat and the 2 kittens. And yeah, they all look pretty good actually. You got this one firefighter on the far left here. I guess he's sort of meant to be hazardous materials chemical response. So he's got that nice looking helmet piece, and yeah, just pops off there. No additional facial feature, and yeah, that's your hazardous materials guy. So when that tank springs a leak, he'll be the one who comes to help collect whatever's leaking. We have another firefighter here with the newer style helmet, and so there's a firefighter, and then he's got another facial feature in the back. Standard torso. The helmet is vibrant yellow, and while I've previously stated that I'm not a big fan of the vibrant yellow, I don't mind it on the helmets actually, because that almost makes sense to me. There's a lot of fire departments that have fluorescent and fluorescent colored markings on helmets, so for me that kind of makes sense. So yeah, that I don't mind. It's sort of based on it's a European fire department helmet design. All right, not too bad looking. There we go. We got our two kittens. We got a brown and a white kitten, and then we have the adult cat. We have the child here. Whatever gender you think this might be is what this child is. It could be a little boy, little girl, I'm not quite sure, but either way, you have a good looking torso, and you have yeah, we have an additional facial feature here. Decent looking. Here we have the your sort of standard firefighter excuse me, with the standard firefighting helmet and Scott pack. He looks pretty decent. This one does not have an additional facial feature. And we have our firefighter that just sort of rides the motorcycle. That standard firefighter torso, and just the one facial feature. And then we have our last firefighter here. She's got the newer style helmet as well, with the vibrant yellow, the newer firefighter torso, and very calm looking facial feature, and then a very I guess you could say excited looking one. So yeah, those are our minifigures. All right, so that wraps it up for this review. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed having a look at this this set. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty decent set. A little bit pricey, but of course that's just how Lego is these days. Prices have gone up, but there's a lot of playability here. This would be a great set to have. There's a lot you can do here, and if you're into customization, well, hey, this is pretty good for you to customize and make your own. Anyways, that's gonna do it for me. Thanks again for joining me. I'll be back soon with more content, so be sure to stay tuned to the channel, and I'll talk to you again as soon as I can.